Welcome back. It's time to get fresh with Mike.
And this week's featured produce is potatoes, and we did something a little festive for this rendition of Getting Fresh with Mike, as the first night of Hanukkah is this upcoming weekend, the holiday in Judaism. And the first night of Hanukkah, you're supposed to eat potato latkes, and that is our recipe for today. So what it is essentially is basically just a hash brown, essentially. So what you do is take the potatoes as well as your binding ingredients, which are onions as well as breadcrumbs. You're supposed to use matzah meal, but it's kind of difficult to find. So you can certainly use breadcrumbs as well, and then you need that thickening agent, so the eggs. Now I put 5 eggs up there, and pretty much the way you want to go is 1 potato per 1 egg, but it gets to the point when you start using a lot of yolks. So I used 3 whites as opposed to the 2 full eggs. And of course, these are being fried, so you want to use canola oil. That is the oil that's going to give you the lowest amount of saturated fat, and it just gives you the best crisping on it there. So it's really easy to put together. All you have to do is put those ingredients, just grate the potatoes into a bowl there with the binding agents, and it's really easy. The recipe is going to be up on our website, and it's pretty festive for this time of year. You can eat them hot, cold, you can eat them with breakfast, lunch, dinner.
You grate the potatoes then?
Yeah, you want to put the potatoes through like a cheese grater.
And where's the sweet potato come in?
The sweet potato is right in there too. It's kind of difficult to see because it's kind of taken on the same color.
It goes into the
right.
Yeah, they mix them together. With the onions too, you grate the onions too.
Yeah. The onions, well, the onions I like to kind of just do a rough chop kind of. I really like onions, and especially here, the sweet onions are fantastic.
Food processor too. It's a good method.
This looks delicious.
Well.
Yeah.
Now we made these last December. I know you and I made these, and you know, you just sort of squeeze them together with your hands and just toss them in the oil. But watch out for splashing oil.
It gets to the point where you want to be wearing clothes you really don't necessarily care about when you're cooking these.
I think I got you a shirt, like a T-shirt for like $1 before we made them.
Yeah.
So the oil does kind of splatter.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yes.
But let's try one.
Yeah, we made the mistake last year as well as using a spatula that's made out of plastic. Do not use that in the hot oil, as it's kind of a messy process to kind of put together. But if you are a big fan of sweet potatoes and that's what you'd rather do, sweet potatoes are very difficult when making potato latkes. They tend to fall apart very easily. I couldn't tell you why exactly, but that's why I kind of do a little bit of mixing of the two.
Yeah, a little flour, a little egg, it'll stick together.
Yeah, and you want to stick to, well, you use flour in yours? I do not use flour.
Instead of the breadcrumbs, that was, that's what we tried last year.
Yeah, you want to go about 2 to 1. If you're using 2 regular potatoes and you want to have the sweet potatoes in there, about 1 potato for every 2 regular potatoes.
And then what do you have here?
This is applesauce and sour cream because you have to eat it with something, really.
Stuff.
Yeah, you have your creamy texture here, and then you have your sweet texture with the
let's try
applesauce.
Did you already eat your whole thing? You want a little bit of applesauce, Kev?
Like this would go great with scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially hash browns,
It's hash browns.
Right, it's traditionally
eaten.
ketchup
on
I was going to say a little ketchup.
Yeah, I mean, it's traditionally eaten with dinner, but again, can be eaten for breakfast, lunch, any time of the day, really.
Yeah.
Could eat this all day.
We'll have the recipe up on our Facebook page.
One of those late night snacks, too, cold out of the fridge.
Exactly. Oh, that sounds perfect.